Hi guys, welcome back. I got a lot of headstalls here that I'm going to clean up. I need to get them out of here before Mama's gets home. We're working on this saddle. I'll show you a little bit what I've done, and maybe that will help you out with your saddle. Got it in the house here, and Mama's went over to Grandma's. It was her 94th birthday. So big shout out to Grandma on your birthday. And have some headstalls here. Check this out. Some beautiful headstalls. Look how thick those bands are. Very beautiful. So we resized these for some horses. They were worked on some mules. And another shout out to Kurt from Simi Valley. He man, helped us out so much with everything that we're doing at the ranch. And his father, rest in peace, had a beautiful 14 by 16 tent with a potbelly stove and a cooker and everything in it. So we were able to get that. And again, thank you so much, Kurt. So this side I've already done, and I'll show this to you here, and I'll show you what I used. I don't know if I'm getting good film on it, but let's take a look over here, and maybe you can see the difference here. So obviously on the left I've done, and it worked out really well. This side, I use this saddle a lot. It's a championship roping saddle, and I use it on the what do you call it, the colts and everything, because I just feel so comfortable in it. But you can sure see the difference, and you should, as an average, do your saddle probably 4 times a year. So let's get started here and try and position this where you can see what I'm doing. So down below over here I have a pot of hot water, and some of this is pretty dried out because I've neglected it with everything that's going on with the ranch. I haven't been up on it. So without moving everything around and cracking the leather, I just give it a good rubbing down with some hot water, and it softens it a little bit, but it'll dry out really quick because it's so porous. So get that in there, don't be shy with getting this hot water in. So another thing on these roping saddles, you know, they're not pack saddles or anything. And when I say pack saddles, I mean, you know, most people just use them for roping. So they don't have your tie-off strings. So let's address that for a moment. And so on these guys here, let's see if we're seeing. See back here? So what you can do is flip your saddle over, and you dig through with your fingers gently through the fleece, which is the fur that sits on the horse's back, and you'll find a little leather tie. So you can untie that, and this will come off. And so put your silver deal aside for a moment, and there'll be 2 holes in this leather dowel here. So then you can feed from the back side all the way in. Make sure you get it in really deep into the fleece so it doesn't rub on the horse, obviously, and bring it back out. So now you have 2 strings out, and then you feed your dowels back on here, and you can just leave it. This one doesn't have holes in it, or you can get new ones with holes, but you could still use this. You just drop them off of the side if that's what you have on your saddle. And then you can slit in the middle of those two leather pieces and just feed them into each other, and then you have a nice tie, and you can tie off a jacket or whatever on the back of your saddle. So that's how you do that. And you can even put them on this little piece here that I'm doing. Anywhere you see those, you can do it. So now another thing that a lot of people don't use is rubber on their saddle, on their saddle horn. And let me explain that a little bit. When you're doing cattle work where you're out on the range, or you have to throw a rope, whether you're competing or whether you're just roping on the range. When you rope and you dally, and dally means to tie off to the horn, like circle around the horn. So when you do that, you tear up all the leather on your horn, and your rope, because there's not enough friction, goes very fast. So you can catch a finger and you can burn yourself and so on and so forth. So what most people do is they take an old tire you can get from, go to your tire store where you change your tires for your trucks or your car, and ask them if they have an old tube. And with that old tube, you can cut strings like this. So it's all you do is you put it around the horn and back around and back around and back around. And what it'll do for you is it'll slow down your rope and make it a lot easier to grip and not have your rope run out so much. I think you get the point. So let me see if I can move this around. I want to show you something else with this one that I have, and I'll bring it around to the other side. This might be some help for some people that don't know about this. Let's go over here. Now I'm a right-handed, so over in here, I'm going to try and do it one-handed, is I take this rubber deal and I feed it through. Let's go from the back side, I think. Should I go to the back side? Oh, it's very hard for me to get this darn thing through here, and I'm all over the place, haven't I? Well, with one hand it is. It's pretty darn easy without it. Okay. Do you see what I have done here? I fed this loop right through there, and as all I do is take the end and feed it through the loop that came through. So let me sit this down for a second. Maybe I can put it like this. Sorry about all the camera jumping around. So I feed it through like that, and then just pull it tight. Keep feeding it till you get it nice like that. Okay, let me try and show you that. And this will make sense in a minute. So I have my rubber piece that I got from a tire or a tube, and now it has a loop in it. Okay? So now I have my rope, and I put it on my horn. Now I still have reins and everything else going on. So to secure my rope, is all I do is I put this over the horn. And now I have my rope secured. So perhaps that's some help for you. All right, let's get back to what's going on over on this side. Boy, you can already see it starting to clean up a little bit, huh? Got lots of rags. These are some of the products that I use. Let's see here. There we go. Works very good. I like this one better because I have a lot of harness that I have to clean up, and this goes on pretty quick, and all the harness I have and saddles, and man, I'd be there for 6 months, so that cuts down on a lot of time for me. So let's rub this out again. You can see already that it's drying up. It just softened this up a little bit. And what I like about that is when I soften it up, obviously it's getting a little cleaning as well. But if there was any fear because you didn't get to your saddle in time and the weather is eating it up, you can crack it. So what I like about the hot water is it softens it enough and opens up the pores that I can get to it. Let's see here, that I can get to it with the oil and soak that into it and not have a crack. Now, here's another little deal for your tie-offs, a couple of things. Let me do this. So when you're looking at these keepers on your stirrups here, you see this keeper? And what you always want to do is have the buckle facing out away from the horse. Never in the inside, because it'll rub against them. And one of the reasons that I put it out like that is when I step up in that stirrup and turn, the buckle is away from the horse, making it a lot safer. The other thing that's important about keepers is when you lope, a lot of people's rear end will come out of that saddle, therefore putting less weight on the stirrups. When that happens, what can happen is that this area here spreads apart. You see how I have it spreads apart here? And when that happens, your safety here can come undone and drop your stirrup. And you can blow out a stirrup and be on your rear end. So that's why it's very important that you have keepers on your saddles. If you don't, then put them on. All right, so let's get to some oil. You can already see how my saddle is dried out already. What was that, 2 minutes? So let's see if we can't get something going. So be generous with the oil. So we'll get this here, kind of lean it over. And I have a drop cloth. I don't bring these into the house, but until Mama sees this video, she won't know. I'm kidding, she'll kill me. We got a small little place here, you know, that we're off grid, trying to get our new house in and our electrical and everything, so we're roughing it while we work on our ranch and our dreams and move right along, getting everything done while we're waiting on all our permits from county. And then we'll have our studio in, because we like the martial arts and like doing that, so that will be fun to have people out. And then we'll also have cabins here, at least a couple, where people can come and learn about horses and learn about driving horses and riding horses, and learn about tractors and growing your food, and learning about the martial arts and doing seminars here, learn about shoeing horses, and giving some kids and adults an opportunity not to only see other things and have an opportunity to do that, But a lot of people might like to go into that line of work and be sponsored and so on and so forth, and be able to make a living, as I have all my life, teaching martial arts and working with horses. And I would love to give back and get the right people around us, you know, that are really into doing something good and have the spirit and the heart to give back to others. I always think when you give back to others, you always grow yourself. And I don't know how much time I have left on this earth, but till the day I die, that's what I'm going to be doing. So that is the game plan, and I am excited about it. I'm excited about seeing youngsters out here and with their parents and learning different things, and lots of martial artists coming out. And I know there's already people that are trying to buck us from Europe, and we're just not ready yet. We're just working on it. In fact, today I'm working on a field and an orchard down below. I'll film that as well. I'm putting in probably 100 railroad ties with the tractors. That is, they're about 200 pounds, some of them 200 pounds plus. They're a little offset. Got them at a good price. Everything has to be at a good price when you're on a budget. So anyhow, I'll film some of that. So let me show you here what I've done. You see how all that cracking there? So it's good. Leather, it's savable, but you want to take the time, watch this, and go back and get that oil all the way in there. Like kind of bend it. Now that we've warmed it up, we can get this oil all the way in. See? See how you can't see the cracking? That's what you want to do. You don't, if you can see the cracking, then you need more oil. Get that way in there. All right. So let me see if I've missed anything, because I'm going to switch out this video, and I think you guys got the idea on how to do this. And I think our saddle already looks 100% better. All right. And like I said, you know, a good practice is probably 4 times a year minimum. So here's our saddle. Please do not let the cat out of the bag, and tell mamas about me having saddles in the house. All right, so I need to do the back cinch, and oh, let me tell you something real quick here on this brass collar. I've mentioned this before. So you have a brass collar right here that needs to be oiled. So check this out. Let's see if I can do this quick. Not very good with these cameras. All right, so you get how this works here. This is your brass collar, right, guys? So if this side breaks, this whole deal falls down and trips up your horse, and you go head over heels and probably kill yourself or have a bad injury. So what you should do, I've taken it off because I'm going to clean this brass collar, is you have this one here that goes to your D-ring. The middle one goes between the legs and the chest and hooks on, and then the other one goes to the D-ring on the opposite side. Make sure you get a piece of leather strap that goes from here over the mane and to the other side that you can just open and close. And what will happen if this one busts by some chance, maybe too much pressure when you're roping or something, this will stay in place with that hanger and save your rear end. All right, I'm out for now. This is GM Conway. Have a blessed day, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Please make a comment in there and like and subscribe. Let's move this channel. Out for now. All right, let's get and all this up, Johnny.